Hello, welcome to my channel, Jen Joy Crafts. I'm excited to share a super easy classroom door sign that is made with artist canvas. The canvas size that I use is 11 by 14 inch, and I purchased this at the Dollar Tree, and it is a flat canvas. I'm going to make this canvas look like a piece of notebook paper. So the first thing that I did is I went and I drew a little mark every 1.5 inch going down the canvas. After doing my markings, I'm going to take a blue paint pen and I'm going to start drawing the lines across. Here you can see I'm using a ruler to make sure that I keep my lines straight. The two paint pens I showed just a minute ago both came from the Dollar Tree. The paint pens are in the Crafter's Square line that they have at the Dollar Tree, and I was really pleasantly surprised how well they worked. Next, I added the pink line that is on the side of notebook paper that goes all the way down. And how I did this was I used my ruler and I made it flush and straight on the side, and I drew the line straight down. I then wanted to add some circles that would look like the holes that notebook paper has. So I put a circle every 3 squares down on the side. And I cut one of the holes out of a piece of notebook paper to use as my stencil. And then I went and I did my 3 circles on the side of the canvas. Then I took the blue paint pen and I went over the pencil circles. The sign is going to say, "Welcome to our classroom." The welcome to our is going to be done by using a stencil. The classroom are wood letters that I'm going to paint, and then I have this really cute apple that I'm going to also be attaching. On the computer, I typed "Welcome to our" in a font that I liked. And you're going to have to play around to get it the size you want it to be on your canvas, since all the fonts are going to be different. I cut the wording out and I turned the wording over and I went over all the letters really good with a pencil and covered up all of it. And I did that for welcome and then also the little piece that says "to our." And this is what it will look like after you use the pencil on all of the letters. I attached welcome to the canvas with a piece of painter's tape so it wouldn't move around. Now here comes the cool part. I'm going to take a ballpoint pen, which you can see I'm doing right now in the video, and I'm going to go around every single letter, doing the outline of every single letter. And what's going to happen is the pencil is going to transfer to the canvas, and then we'll be able to take a black paint pen and color in every single letter. Also, when you have a tape like this, you'll be able to lift it up and make sure that all the lines of the letter got down and that you have everything. And here you can see how the welcome looked. Now, how neat is that? A lot of times people will use their cutting machine to make their stencil, or a cutting machine to cut some vinyl or heat transfer vinyl and do their wording that way. But I always love to show a way where you don't have to have the expensive things to craft or to make things. And this is just a great way to create your own stencil. Now I'm using a black paint pen to go over all the letters, and then I'm going to color them in. While the black paint was drying, I painted the wood letters. To make it easier, I taped down each letter with painter's tape to a piece of paper towel. And then I used a Q-tip to paint each of the letters, which made it so much easier not to have to wash out paintbrushes. The wood letters that I used are 1 and a quarter inch. And they did come from Hobby Lobby. They're part of their wood pile line. And it said laser cut wood letters. Now I'm taking a piece of ribbon that's 24 inches in length and I'm flipping it over to where the pattern side is down. And then I take each of the ends and I meet them in the middle. Now I'm making sure that each side is equal, that I folded in. And now I am crossing the ribbon to make my loops. And I'm making sure also that the loops are the same size. And then I'm just going to clamp it together and start working on the other ribbon that I'm going to be putting on top of it. This is some really cute ribbon I picked up from Hobby Lobby. It has school supplies and apples on it, and I just love the bright colors. Again, I'm doing the exact same thing with this ribbon, and it is also 24 inches in length. This ribbon is 7 1/8 inches in width, and then the yellow checkered ribbon was 1 1/2 inches in width. After I get my loops the way I want them on each side, I'm gonna put it on top of the yellow checkered ribbon and clamp both of the ribbons together. I'm using a zip tie now to attach both of the bows together. And you wanna be sure that you zip tie it right in the center. And before you pull the zip tie completely tight, just tighten it a little bit. That way you can flip over the bow and you can adjust the loops and the tails to how you want them to look and then zip tie it completely tight. I'm now taking a piece of some blue twine that I had and I'm going to tie it around the center of the bow. That way we'll cover up the zip tie. And after I tie it and knot it one time, I'm gonna take one of the ends and I'm gonna keep wrapping it around the center to make sure that the zip tie is entirely covered. Plus, it'll give it a cute look in the middle, being wrapped around a couple of times. And then I will tie it in the back when I get it wrapped the way I want it to and cut off the ends of the twine. I dovetailed the ends of the tails, and to do that, you fold the ribbon over and cut up at an angle. Now here comes my favorite part. Of course, when we put everything together, I did attach a piece of that blue twine to the back. I stapled it and also added a little hot glue. I'll be using hot glue to attach the letters, the apple, and the bow. Before I actually hot glued anything to the canvas, I laid down everything to make sure that I had it centered and in the exact place that I wanted it on the sign. This apple is made out of wood, and I did get it from Hobby Lobby. I'm sure by now in the video you have realized that Hobby Lobby and Dollar Tree are two of my favorite stores and where I get a lot of my craft supplies. Now I'm beginning to hot glue everything to the canvas, and I'm going to lay down my apple first, and then I will go and lift up each letter and hot glue them one at a time. The sign is all done. I just love the colors in this sign, and I did fluff up the bow after I attached it. I hope you guys enjoyed watching this video on how to make this super easy craft. If you wanted to make it bigger, you would just simply buy a bigger piece of canvas. Thank you so much for watching. If you have not subscribed to my channel yet, I would really appreciate that. And I will see you on the next video.